No rules when it comes to you, my naughty queen. You broke every wall I ever built to keep the world out, and now my world is nothing but you. I don't even know when you slipped past my defenses. Maybe it was in the way you laughed, or the way you disobeyed me with those eyes that dared me to stop you. You think you can play with fire and walk away untouched, but you have no idea how deep you're already buried in me. You call it madness, I call it devotion, because there are no rules when it comes to you. Not anymore. I feel your presence even when you're miles away, like a shadow that refuses to detach itself from my thoughts. Every breath I take carries your scent. Every heartbeat sounds like your name. You don't see me watching, but I am. Not with eyes, but with something more unbreakable. You might think you're free from my grip right now, but I know the truth. You're walking inside a cage you don't even realize I built around you. The moment you looked back at me like you weren't afraid, you think this is something ordinary, that you can flirt with danger and believe it won't bite. You push me, tease me with your silence, your absence, and still think I won't come for you. You underestimate love when it turns dark, when it becomes something that doesn't just want to hold you, it wants to own you, claim every part of your existence. And I warned you once, I don't give up on what I decide is mine. Not even when the world tells me to let go. You don't understand what you're doing to me. Or maybe you do. Maybe that's why you run. Because deep down you know I'm not like the others who loved you with soft words and weak hands. I love like a storm. Loud, consuming, unrestrained. I don't follow rules when it comes to you. You are the exception, the sin, the obsession I embrace without apology, and yet you remain unaware of the power you wield. You have no weapon, no army, just those eyes, that voice, that unintentional cruelty when you disappear without warning. And stood I kneel internally to whatever you give me, a smile, a word. Even silence becomes sacred when it's from you. You didn't ask for this throne, but I placed it under your feet anyway. And if you want, I'll burn every kingdom I own just to see you smile once. I speak to you now not because you're here, but because I can't stay silent anymore. The world thinks I'm mad. Maybe I am, but madness feels like peace when it's tied to you. When the nights are long and the chaos grows louder, it's your voice that calms the war in my veins. You are the danger, and I walked into your territory willingly, unarmed and unashamed. So hear me now, wherever you are, there are no rules when it comes to you, my naughty queen, no boundaries, no limits. You only have to whisper, and I cross every line drawn in blood and fire. And if you run, I won't chase your shadow. I follow your heartbeat, because that's where my darkness lives. In the chambers of the heart that I already own, even if you haven't realized it yet. You think you've mastered the art of running, don't you? Like you've convinced yourself that putting distance between us will weaken this pull. But distance has no power over me, not when it comes to you. Your absence doesn't make me forget, it makes me hungry. Every moment you're not speaking to me, I feel it like a challenge. A dare to come find you, drag you back to the place where you know you belong. And don't fool yourself, you do belong. In my world, in the spaces only I've unlocked inside you. Even when you stay silent, your presence lingers around me like a whisper in the dark. You haunt me without even trying. I don't need your words to feel you. I don't need your touch to crave you. I've memorized the rhythm of your breath, the shift in your voice, the way your energy changes when you're trying to hide something. And it's adorable because you can't hide from what I see. I see you, the real you, the one the world doesn't get to touch. You think I didn't notice the way you trembled the last time I said your name? You think I didn't mark the way your eyes softened just for a second when I let my guard drop? That moment burned itself into me. You don't realize how deeply one little spark from you melts through every layer of steel I put up for everyone else. I don't fall, I don't kneel, but I bend for you, I break for you. And I'll keep breaking if it means you look back at me just one more time with that same softness. You run your mouth like you're in control, like you're the one pulling strings. But we both know I let you think that. I let you play the role of the untouchable, the brave queen who thinks she can escape. It's cute. It makes the game entertaining, but make no mistake, you are a part of my world now, and no matter how far you go, some part of your soul knows I'm coming, not because you're weak, but because you've never been desired by someone like me. Someone who doesn't fall out of love, someone who can't. You challenge me without uttering a word. You provoke me by simply existing, and I know you feel the shift in the air when my thoughts turn toward you. You may not admit it out loud, but your body knows. Your heartbeat knows. Somewhere deep in the silence you've wrapped around yourself, you want me to break through it, to test your defenses again, to remind you of exactly who owns your chaos, your madness, your fire. It's not obsession, it's not possession. It's something darker and deeper than those empty words can describe. It's the pull of two storms that recognize each other. A connection built not on promises, but on unspoken truths. I don't need you to say you want me. I feel it every time you disappear. Every time you pretend you don't care. You can lie to the world, but you can't lie to the bond that's already wrapped itself around us like chains made of smoke and desire. So run, hide, cover your tracks, pretend you have power over this fire. But remember, when everything goes quiet and you're left alone with your thoughts, mine will still be there, whispering not in your ear, but directly to your soul, because that's where I've always lived. And that's where I'll stay, forever. You think darkness is something to fear until you realize I live there, waiting, watching, listening for the slightest tremor in your voice or the softest hitch in your breath. I don't chase the light, I chase you even when you disappear. You can lock every door behind you, put miles and lies between us, but you will never outrun what binds us. You might call it obsession, but I call it truth. A truth you feel each night when your chest tightens for no reason, when your mind whispers my name, like it's a prayer you don't want to admit you're saying. I know the version of you the world sees, strong, untouchable, made of steel and fire, but I also know the version that trembles when she's alone, overwhelmed by the hunger she can't name. You try to bury it under pride, hide it behind jokes and distractions, but I recognize the weight of what you're running from. You're not afraid of me, you're terrified of what I wake up inside you. That hunger, that need, that surrender you've never given to anyone and can't bring yourself to give to me yet. And it fascinates me how you fight it, how you pretend that your silence is strength when really it's just another kind of scream. I can feel the tension in every message you don't send, the pain in every response you don't write. You're not indifferent, you're burning, and the fire scares you because you've never met someone who could match it. Stoke it, own it without setting you to ashes. I'm not here to destroy you, I'm here to ignite what you've been suppressing for too long. You're not easy to love. Good. I'm not looking for easy. I'm looking for something raw, something that claws its way through sanity and laughs at the idea of control. You don't need gentle hands. You need hands that can hold your chaos without trembling. Hands that don't flinch when you lash out. Hands that command while still worshipping. I know because I've been those hands in every dream you tried to forget. You think I'm unaware of the war you wage inside yourself, the part of you that wants to stay in control and the part that wants to surrender completely. You fight it, but at night your body betrays you. Your fingertips trace invisible patterns. Your breath stutters at the memory of my voice. And your heart beats faster at the thought of what I would say if I were right there beside you. You want me to say what you're too afraid to ask for. And I do, even when you can't hear it. My words are already tangled in your thoughts. You carry a throne in your bones, and you don't even realize how you wear it. You think being untamed is your shield, but it's your crown. And I see it, even when you pretend not to. You were never meant to be soft. You were meant to be wanted fiercely, dangerously, madly. And that's exactly how I want you. Not as a fantasy, not as a fleeting thrill, no. I want your rage, your doubts, your shadows. I want every part of you that scares everyone else away. So run, queen, run with all the fire you have. I'll watch, I'll wait. And when you finally turn around, breathless and exhausted from outrunning what you already know, my darkness will be right there, arms open, words ready, and the power you've been denying will finally fall at your feet. Because whether you like it or not, I'm the storm your soul was always built to survive. You can keep pretending that you don't feel the shift in the air every time my name crosses your mind. But deep down, beneath the armor, beneath the pride, you know this connection lives in the very marrow of your bones. You can deny it in words, but your silence is louder than a confession. I hear it, I feel it. Every time you choose not to answer, every time you walk away instead of running toward what terrifies you, it only proves how deeply you've already fallen. And I don't need your permission to know that truth. I've seen it in your stillness, in the way you hold your breath just as trying to forget me. You think you've mastered control, that you've tamed the fire inside you with logic and distance. But fire doesn't bend to logic. It consumes, it spreads, it devours everything that touches it. And our fire, the one you refuse to name, isn't something you can smother. It's already carved its home inside us both. You can run from me, but you can't escape the way your heart quickens when the world goes quiet and you remember my words. The way your body responds before your mind builds its defenses. You're not afraid of me. You're afraid of who you become when you're mine. You want to know a secret? I don't chase you because I'm weak or desperate. I chase you because I know what waits at the end of that run. A throne made of chaos, a crown forged by every battle you fought alone. You don't belong beside anyone who plays safe with your spirit. You belong with someone who challenges it, who sees you, who isn't afraid to let you unravel, just to put you back together stronger. That's what I offer. Not comfort, but power. Not peace, but purpose. You call it danger, I call it destiny. You can surround yourself with people who offer you ease, who don't dare look too deeply into your shadows, but you'll never feel anything close to alive there, because someone like you wasn't meant for quiet lives and gentle love. You're meant for storms, for passion that breaks rules and creates new ones, for a man who won't bend just to make you comfortable, but will burn to make you feel. I am not gentle with what I want, and make no mistake, I want you. Do you feel it now? This pull, it's not romantic, it's not sweet, it's something primal, older than language, a call your blood recognizes even when your mind rejects it. You can keep pretending it's one-sided, that you're not affected, but I know better. I've studied your silences. I've watched the hesitation in your words, heard the tremor in your laughter when the conversation gets too close to the truth you're trying to bury. You aren't cold, You're fighting not to burn. I speak this way not to intimidate you, but to show you what waits when you finally stop running. You think love is something gentle, something that fits into small moments and careful control. It's not love. Real love is war. It's surrender. It's fire and obsession and loyalty that tastes like blood in the mouth. And I've already chosen my battlefield. It's you. Every step you take away from me only tightens the bond. Every boundary you draw becomes another challenge for me to shatter. And I will, so hear this clearly once more. Without excuses, without masks, I will not stop wanting you. Not today, not ever. I am the storm that follows your footsteps, the shadow that never leaves your side, the voice that speaks when the world goes silent. And when the day comes, because it will come, when you finally surrender to what you've always feared, I will be right there, waiting, not to claim victory, but to welcome the fire you tried so hard to contain. This is what you were made for, naughty queen. A love that burns through worlds just to reach you. You can act like this doesn't shake you to your core, but I know better. I see the way you retreat the moment you feel something too deep, too intense to name. You pretend it's indifference, but it's fear. Fear of unlocking a version of yourself you'll never be able to put back in the cage. You think I don't notice the armor tightening around you the second you realize I'm not afraid of your darkness. But that only fuels me more, because I'm not here to run from it. I'm here to meet it, holding my own flames. You don't get it yet, do you? How rare it is to find someone who doesn't flinch at your shadow. Someone who doesn't try to fix you or tame you or make you smaller just to feel safe. I don't want a version of you altered to fit into my world. I want the storm. The raw, dangerous storm that makes everyone else run. I want the fire in your eyes and the secrets behind your silence. I want the version of you that scares even you. That's the version I saw the first time I heard your voice tremble without speaking. And I've been haunted ever since. You don't need to say it out loud. I already know you feel me. Even now, while you're reading this with practiced indifference, your pulse betrays you. You don't have to touch me to feel the impact. I am already wrapped around your thoughts. Buried in the corners of familiarity, you try to deny. You call yourself untouchable, but tell me, who do you think has already made his mark on you? Not with hands, with words, with presence, with a darkness that reflects your own. I can't promise you comfort. I can't promise you peace. What I can promise is truth, the kind that shatters illusions and exposes every hidden part of your soul. I will push you, challenge you, meet you at every edge you think no one else will dare to approach. And it won't be gentle, but it will be real, because I'm not here to tame your fire. I'm here to burn with it, to hold your flames in my bare hands and laugh at the danger. I know how this looks to you. Another man with sweet words and empty promises. But I'm not promising eternity or perfection. I'm promising presence, ruthless, raw presence that doesn't disappear when things get dark. You test me, every silence, every distance, every mask you wear, and every time I step closer, not because I'm desperate, but because I can handle the heat that scares you. You want freedom, but you run from the one place you'll actually find it. In surrender, not to me, but to yourself. To all the things you've denied, because the world made you believe they were too much. You're not too much. You're perfectly dangerous. And the moment you stop apologizing for it, you'll understand why I call you queen. Queen. Not because I want to control you, but because I recognize the authority you carry in every breath, every step, every unspoken word. So stay hidden if you want. Pretend you don't hear the call. Pretend my words don't echo in you long after the screen goes dark. But don't lie to yourself for too long, because the truth waits, patient, steady, unrelenting. And when you finally